Hello, welcome to JNR Ministry for Kids. I am your pastor, Jen. Well, today I would like you to do something for me, friends. Tell me, has your parents ever given you something tangled and asked, "You got little fingers? Can you untangle this for me?" And did you try to have it for hours going through to get it to even loosen? And it was really hard to loosen because it was so tight. And sometimes even a thing of string that's twined up, and you try to untangle it, like a knot that you try to untangle. Well, today's story is a really nice story of such where people have tangled themselves so bad in sin that they couldn't get out of it. So, just like that string, or just like that, just like those tangles that you try to do an extension cord or a rope. You try to take it out and fix it for your parents or yourself. Yeah, that was all tangled up so bad you couldn't help. Or it took so many hours. Oh man. These people in the story, they didn't even listen to God. When people talked about God, it was awful. Guess which city that was? Do you know? It was the city where Lot had moved to, from the story of last week's. So, in this story, we are going to learn how Lot was very sorry he had ever chosen to live in a place where there was so much sin. Yes. Now, the story. This story is called Sodom and Gomorrah, which was my dad's favorite story, and I wanted to share it with you because he has passed in April of this year, and he always loved this story. He waited for a long time for me to read this story to you guys. That it wasn't in the order that we need to go in, so that you can understand the Bible and how fun some stories can be, but also interesting and very much teaching you something that you need to know to live for God in Jesus. So, let's go ahead with the story. The three visitors who came to Abraham with such good news also had other news. It was not so good. One of the three visitors was the Lord. As the men turned to go to Sodom, but it turned to go to Sodom. The Lord stayed to talk to Abraham when they went to turn to go to Sodom. He told Abraham that the people in Sodom were so wicked and evil that he had to come to see for himself. Yep, if what they were doing was really true, God hates sin very much. Sin is what it means when a person says, or thinks something that is against God. So, the sins of the people in Sodom made God very sad and unhappy. Yeah. Abraham did not want the Lord to destroy the city where his nephew Lot lived. There must be some good people in the large city. If there are 50 good people in Sodom, would you please let everyone live? Abraham asked the Lord. The Lord said, yes. Abraham, if there are 50 good people in Sodom, I will not destroy it. Will you keep Sodom safe if there are only 45 people that are good? Abraham begged. If there are 45 people in Sodom, I will not destroy it, the Lord answered. Abraham kept asking the Lord to spare Sodom. If there were 40, 30, 20, and finally 10 good people in the city of Sodom. He was definitely trying to get the best number out there, wasn't he? Every time the Lord agreed to spare Sodom, he just kept trying for more to make sure that he can spare his nephew. What we do for family, right? Yes, said the Lord. If I find just 10 good people, I will not destroy Sodom. The Lord stopped, but the 2 angels continued to the city. As the 2 angels came to Sodom, they saw Lot, Abraham's nephew, sitting by the gate. When he saw the 2 men approaching, he jumped up and asked them to come to his house for tea. The men went with him and rested at his house. Lot was kind to them. The men realized that Lot was not wicked like the other people living in the city. And because he was Abraham's nephew, they told him on their plans. The men told him to take his family and leave Sodom, because they were going to send fire and destroy the city. When it was close to morning, the men told Lot and his family to leave the city as quickly as they could. Lot tried to get others to stop being wicked. He wanted to save them. Save them too, besides his family. But they just laughed at him. They did not believe anything would happen to them. Oh dear. Poor Lot. He's such a sweetheart. The angels took Lot, his wife, and 2 daughters by the hand and led them from the Sodom city. The angels told them they must not look back to see what was happening to the city. They must run as fast as they could to get away. Lot and his family hurried away from the wicked city. They ran to a small city named Zoar. Zoar. Yeah. As the sun rose over the land, the Lord sent burning fire over Sodom It came down like rain on the city. He destroyed all the cities of the plain because he had hated the sin of the people. Even the city next to Sodom was destroyed. Wow, that city was called Gomorrah. As the fire rose and smoke filled the air, Lot's wife looked back towards Sodom. Wasn't she not supposed to look back? What do you think happened? Well, it says here, she did not listen to the words of the angels, so she disobeyed and was turned into a pillar of salt. Well, there goes Lot's wife. Poor girls and Lot. But at least they had each other, right? God destroyed the wicked cities because he hates sin so much. When people do or say or think bad things, it makes the Lord sad and angry. He wants people to be sorry when they do bad things. He wants to forgive people when they sin. The people of Sodom and Gomorrah sinned so much that they stopped listening to good people like Lot. They did not trust in God. They only wanted to do things their own way. God will help us do good if we listen to him. Okay? We should read our Bibles and learn more and more about him, so that the Bible tells us how to do good things and make God happy. After all, we don't want our city to be like Gomorrah and Sodom, right? So there must be more than 10 people that are good. So let's make sure that we do that. Let's make sure that we have faith in God and do as he says and not disobey him. So our families can live in peace, somewhat, even if you don't get along with your family. Try to love them and honor them. And enjoy your family and love God. And read the Bible with your family, because that's awesome. Well, next week we'll get into another story. And don't forget to go say hi to Dave for me. And I'll see you next week for another story. Bye, friends.
And today's verse is, "For we are God's masterpiece, created anew in Christ Jesus to do the good things he planned for us long ago." Ephesians 2:10. And that's today's verse, kids. See you all next time with another verse of the day. Ni hao.